Well, happy meal time. It's finally come, Sandra. You were getting worried. I know it's with all the trouble, I think, with the you know, all the COVID things and those people getting pinged on their phones. And I think that's maybe what's been happening with the post. I think that maybe's been short of staff. So it's here anyway, and I haven't looked inside yet. I've just undid a lot of the tape that was on it. It was well sealed. I'm going to have a look what's inside. That shade there. Oh, it's down there. Use a bag here first with King Cole Baby Comfort Double Knitting. That looks nice. It's very soft, that. No, I think I'll have to start looking around some of these branded wool. I feel the difference in that and the likes of Aldi's stuff. So that's a 100 gram, 60% acrylic and 40% nylon. You know, that's what I used to knit with on my knitting machine years ago. All the wool in the cones used to be, you could get acrylic and nylon. They were mixed like that, and they were always lovely, and they always kept their shape, and you didn't used to get the little bubbles of fluff all over them like you do on a lot of wool these days. I'm going to enjoy knitting with that one. Just it feels really soft. Well, there's 2 balls of it in this bag. Well, it's the same. So that's 200 gram balls I've got there. I can do quite a bit with that. Let's see what else it is. Oh, I've got Sandra's name and address on here. I'll keep that separate. I'll keep that separate. That's Sandra's name and address. I can put that in my book. It's a bag of a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to have to find where the join is. Oh, it's here. I think I need my scissors to get into that one. It took some getting into that, Sandra. It was what you pack them well. That my scissors and cut that a little bit. I don't want to ruin the whole bag because I'll probably need somewhere to keep it in. Oh, that's the Poundlands. I've got 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, a nice turquoise. I've had Poundland wool and it's very nice. Yes, that's That's my phone ringing. Wait till it finishes. My answer phone will come on in a minute and tell them to get lost. And nobody left a message. It must be one of those cold calls you get. This is Cyan Blue. Cyan or Cyan, I don't know how you pronounce that. That's a nice turquoise. I can get a nice little child's little sweater or a cardigan out of that. A 50 gram balls, 100% acrylic, which I know all about this one because I bought quite a lot of Poundland. It's very nice wool actually, Poundland. It's nice and soft again. Some of the stuff I have been buying lately have never felt as soft as these ones. Well, a lot of places must be changing the manufacturers of them. So I've got 3 nice balls of turquoise. And then this is Knitting Essentials for Baby. 100% acrylic. There's 4mm needles. That's another one that feels nice as well. So I've got one. That's probably a full one. It's been started knitting with that one. Three. So I've got 3 balls of that. That's another nice one. I can do another child's cardigan or sweater. 50 gram balls. It's a nice cream. That's lovely, that, like that cream. That's one of my favourite colours. I like cream and white, pale and pastel shades. That's me. This is Baby Alpaca. 100% baby alpaca. I've never ever knit with alpaca before. It's a new one on me. Somebody's been trying to knit with it, Sandra. Is it you? It's a kind of cable. Somebody's been knitting with a kind of cable. I don't know whether you can see on the kind of cable on it. It feels lovely and soft, this. You can smell the difference between ordinary acrylic and wool. It's got a lovely smell. So I've got 2 balls of that, and I think they're 50 gram. It says 50 gram on here, so there must be 2 50 gram balls. So that's something I'm going to enjoy. Just the feel of it on your hands. I don't think I'll have any stickiness when I'm knitting with that. So that's something to look forward to. I've never knitted with that before. I've got to sort out what I'm going to knit with all these things. Oh, this will be for crochet, this. It's very thin. I don't know what it is, but I think it's wool. Look how thin. It's like thread. This is like what I used to use on my knitting machine. But I have knitted by hand. When my kids were little, I had having old boys, you know, they used to get action men, and I used to knit little jumpers for them, and I had that was why I had the thinnest needles I had were the equivalent to a size 14. The old UK size was 14. And I'm not sure what that is in millimetres. It might be 175 millimetres, something like that. But that's what I used to use. I used to knit little sweaters and, you know, the little combat sweaters and that for their action men and things like that. And that was the kind of stuff I used to have on the knitting machine. I used to buy that like that, but I used to knit 2 strands of it together and it made it into 2 ply. So this is probably only 1 ply. It smells like it might be wool. There's a smell. Wool has a smell all its own. Pure wool. Oh yes, I think this is it here. Yes, I can think I'm going to have to knit a few strands of this together. It's what you would use for like making lace, like doilies and things like that. But this is a large hank. This is going to go over the back of my chair and wound into a ball because I have not got a wool winder. I used to have a wool winder years ago when I had my knitting machine, but it went away with the knitting machine when I sold it. I should have kept it because I never dreamed I'd be doing something like this years later. Yes, that is a hank. That's going to have to be wound. That's what that ball is. That's off that. And this has got Kurt Geiger, made in Italy. I don't know whether that's what the wool came in. But I used to have a lot of wool left from my knitting machine years ago, and I gave it to one of my, it was on cones and it was very thin and that, and I gave it away to one of my neighbours who, she was bored, she had nothing to do and she couldn't afford to keep buying the wool and that, and I gave it to her for to do things. I think she did things for the hospitals, for the babies and that, and that's why I gave it all to her. It was an awful lot of it. I could have used some of it with the likes of this to mix with it. Oh, there's more balls of this. Oh, there's quite a lot. That in that bag. I'll have to weigh it all and see how much, because knitting it, strands of it together, it's going to make it not as much as knitting it separate. Yes, there's a lot of this. So somebody's bought this and then changed their mind, I think, Sandra. This is not the same as that one. Oh, this is merino. Super fine merino. This is a little bit thicker. I'm not sure whether it's 2. I don't think it's 3 ply. It looks like it might be 2 ply, this one. That one is a single ply. This one I think is double that one, so this is probably 2 ply. It doesn't actually tell you on the label, I don't think. It just says 17.2 micron superfine. So that has to be probably knitted 2 strands together as well, because it would take an awful long time to knit anything separate with that. And there's more of this in here. It probably needs some unravelling. Some more of the merino. Yeah, you can smell the difference in the... How lovely smell that wool. It's a pity I cannot wear pure wool. I itch like something not right. So anything I do with this will not be for me. It'll have to be for other people. Maybe my granddaughter. Yeah, I'm allergic to wool. I can't wear anything made with wool. Not pure wool. I have made something when I was younger, and if there's a mix of a little bit of wool and quite a lot of like acrylic or nylon, anything like that with it, I can wear it like that. But if it's all wool, there's no way I can wear it. But it's a pity, because this is lovely. I love the colour. Yes, I thought put that merino in that bag. Oh, there's more in here. There's more alpaca. Oh, I thought I only had a couple of balls of the alpaca. Man, I've never tried this merino, and this maybe is, it might not affect me. Like, I think maybe the other wool I've had might have been a rougher type. This feels very soft. I might try it anyway. Yes, there's a couple of maybe waistcoat where I can wear it on top of a blouse, or that's got long bits. I'll have to wind that one up then. So I've got 2, 3, 4. I've got for the alpaca 50 grams. I could possibly get a waistcoat out if I knit it as it is, because that's not quite as fine as the merino or the alpaca. Oh, there's another one in here. I've missed another one. So that's 5 of that one. Yeah, I think that's about it. Looks about a 3-ply. I have knitted by hand with. I used to knit all my baby things when they were little. I used to knit a lot of 3-ply. I didn't like to see babies in those chunky things that that all seem to do for them these days. So I used to do a lot of 3-ply, and 4-ply was the thickest I used to knit with when they were babies. Oh, and this is more of the merino. There's quite a lot of this. There's in the bag here. Got another hank there, and this one, 2. That's 3 hanks there. That one's a different one. That one wasn't the same as that one. That merino there is a different one to that one. So I'll have to sort these out and see what I can make with them. Yeah, I've got them in there. I'm trying to keep them in the same bags together because they look the same, but they're not. Put them together. Yes, that's a different one. That is the pure fine merino, and that's I don't know whether that one's merino. It is wool. It is wool, but it's not the same. It feels different to the to this one, the merino. So it could be another kind of. There's different kinds of merino. There's different I think thicknesses and different types. But anyway, I'm going to have some fun with that. So thank you very much, Sandra, for sending this to me. I know it took a week. You were getting worried, and I was getting worried, but we know it's with this COVID thing. I think that a lot of the workers, I think, have been pinged on those apps, and I think that's why stuff is late, because I've sent stuff to other people that I've knit, and I've sent it off to them, and if I've sent it first class, they've been there the next day, and I've sent it second class, they've been there 2 or 3 days. But I think that's something to do with the COVID. But it got here at last, and I much appreciate what you have sent to me. I'll get around to it one day. I'm not sure when. I've got that much I'm going to have to sort out. I think I'm going to do another video and sort out all what I have got, because I've got a lot in. I've got a room upstairs. It's one of my back bedrooms, and the shelves and that, and it's full of the wool and that, and I've got bags of stuff up there as well. I'm going to have to sort it out to see what I need to do with what I've got. So that's my happy mail for today, and as you can see by my face, I am happy. So thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you, and I'll be back again another time. So bye for now.